Hello out there in Rando Land. How are you all tonight? I'm Neha Tiger, and welcome back to, I believe our layout says week 1, but I think this is week 2 if I'm not mistaken, right? Joined here by Dazed Cloud. How you doing, Dazed?
I'm doing really well here, Neon. How you been?
Good, and yep, this is definitely week 2 because this is a matchup between two of our teams in the Skullwoods division, Waffle House Drive-Thru and the Immortals. It's a one-on-one matchup. Open defeat Ganon, and playing for Immortals, who are 0-2 after week 1, is Roach, and Demo will be playing for Waffle House Drive-Thru, who are 1-1. So both Immortals definitely looking for a win here, and Waffle House Drive-Thru, I would say, surely wants another win because, one's never enough.
Right, yeah. I mean, at this point, with the divisions the way they are, they're so stacked that it's kind of hard for, you want every single little point that you can get there.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I was just going to say that most of these divisions we're still kind of close because it's fairly early on, but there are some teams looking through different divisions here. There's definitely a division of death, Kakariko division. Whew, man, that's a tough looking division. But even down here in Skullwoods division in the Dark World Conference, we've got Fendrana Drifters has already pulled out to a 3-0 start. You got Team Kappa, Utang Clan, Tile Roomies are all got 2 wins. So you want to get up to that win where you know that you're being competitive and starting to get. There's a lot of time to go, but you still want to have a good shot at getting momentum for playoffs runs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Immortals had a really difficult first week matchup there against the Fendrana Drifters here with Jet and Megawatt and Frostbite there. That's a team that they're not gonna lose too many races by any means. Waffle House Drive-Thru started off week 1 there with Tile Roomies, also another really good squad here. So we're kind of expecting to see, I'm expecting at least to see some really good rando here from both of these guys here. I can't say there's a favorite by any means because Invitational, everything's just a dogfight here, and it looks like we're starting.
Absolutely would agree here, and let's see where we start off with that. Kind of flip-flopping here. Roach is going to start at Link's house, and Demo is going to go to the Sanctuary, but neither finds anything too nice that's going to help them out. We're getting a map check there. Got a red crystal up at Tower of Hera, got a pendant at Eastern Palace, and there's just a regular old crystal at Desert Palace. So 2 out of 3. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Roach is going to go ahead and he's going to give us a tree pull here. Wow, he's getting a lot of early stocks there. He's get the tree pull there. Looks like it's just going to be red rupees, so that's a nice early find there. What's more is when he killed the guard there, he got a full magic drop as well. So getting set up nice, and it looks like our bush crab today is fairies.
This is too nice of a seed. This is gonna go sideways at some. It has to go sideways at some point if it's this nice, starting out.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That's a little bit suspicious right there. We're gonna come back to this in just a minute, as it looks like Uncle has got a red boomerang here. So Roach has got bombs and a red boomerang to start, and it looks like, well, bombs is what's on Lumberjack as well. So.
Yep. Not going to be anything that's pointing in any direction at this point. I'm sure we'll find something soon, but that 100 rupees days is going to be really nice going into Kakariko. That's your bottle already taken care of. You don't have to worry about farming. You don't have to worry about digging around looking for more stuff. Ooh!
I'll take some flippers, though. How about that?
Absolutely.
Well, now at this point, you might actually want to take a little bit of extra time here and grab another tree pull or something like this there. Demo going ahead and do that there. He's going to walk in with 160 rupees into Kakariko. Roach doing the same, it looks like. Smart play on this. And then there's a 300 in the Lost Woods drop anyway, so that's your money problems taken care of.
Absolutely. Of course, one of the things to keep in mind with the randomizer is that it doesn't lay items out accounting for the the King Zora visit to see if the scam is for real or not. But it's always kind of nice to have that in your pocket if you need to go there.
Right, yeah, the game just assumes that, if Zora's in logic there, you're going to be able to have the money to do them, even if that means you have to go farm Blind's Hut over and over and over again. As Roach goes ahead and picks up his flippers, his demo is into the back of the tavern, picking up just 10 arrows.
10 arrows, but no bow to shoot them with, so they're not very useful at the moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, we just can't throw the sticks at the enemies there. It doesn't quite work that way.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he'd throw those sticks at, like, land maulers or something, and it would just stop and look at you like, really, dude? That's what we're doing here?
You threw a stick at me? Why'd you throw a stick at me?
Anyways. Considering what the bosses might think aside, Chicken Hut's only going to be a heart. It's not the worst thing to find here. You kind of would hope for maybe something a little more utility based, but a heart's not going to be too bad here at the start. Get a little extra security, especially if we have to go Dark World, and Bottle Vendor's a scam.
Well, let's try Blind's Basement here, see if we can get something else in here. You got 5 chests down here. Hopefully one of them will give us something to do. 20 rupees, not going to do it so much. A lamp, though. There you go. There's something.
And a sword. Okay.
Well, we get lamp plus sword. Now we all know what that means, right?
Half magic. Yep. That's going to open up a couple of locations here for our runners to go check.
Well, we grab one more sword, or we grab a cape plus a moon pearl there. That's going to start hinting towards Aga pretty hard. But then again, if we find ourselves a glove or something, I can see both runners pushing that off till quite a while there.
Let's see what we got here in the well. There's the mirror. Find anything more? There's a 20. Mastery chest here. Shovel. There's the moon pearl. There's the hook shot. Oh, this is a loaded cave here.
Ooh, I'm gonna be very suspicious of this being an Aga seed now, because a lot of times when you see something like that, that's when you start. When you get a hook shot in that position there, that's your way to get across to the west side of the Dark World. That's
a good point. That's a great point, Dazed. Just to mention that, because you need that hook shot to be able to get across the river, unless you're going to try and do a kern jump. But I don't think we're thinking that at this point, especially with a hook shot. But we've got the shovel here. We've also got, and it looks like I didn't quite catch what was at the library there, unfortunately. We'll get another chance here as Roach takes a look. Let's see what's at the maze. Canis Maria, yep.
Yeah, we're going to get that one. Roach showing there a second ago why the chicken clip can be kind of dangerous. If you actually do clip the chicken all the way through the wall there, he can go sit on that chest and kind of lock you out of that chest if you're not careful there. It's just be careful when you're doing it. It's fun, but it can have really, really adverse reactions if you're not careful.
Yep, absolutely. Got to be careful with that. Yep, just a 10 arrow stack. I saw that in chat as well. Jake Bob in chat with the eagle eyes pointing out to 10 arrows, and we can confirm that. Now, I assume here we're going to see Demo go around, do the dig spot, see if this turns out to be a sword upgrade. The back of actually the escape sequence is also open because we've got that sword and the lamp, so that's all within logic now.
Definitely, I kind of expect to see the runners go into maybe putting off escape towards the end, just because if it's looking this close to Aga, you're probably gonna save escape for the very end, and then hope that that's what it is.
Yeah, it's just what I was about to mention, actually, is they're probably going to save it for the end because you're going up to Hyrule Castle. You want to kind of minimize your... I was going to say you're going to minimize your travel, but Demo's already making the walk up there.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if this is both both kind of just proving us wrong, but also at the same time kind of protecting against the meta. Like if you know that your opponent is an Uncle router, you don't necessarily want to leave Uncle for the very last, just in case there is actually something there.
That's a super good point there, Dace. I didn't really think about that when I first mentioned that, but that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, so I kind of wonder if Demo is just going to go ahead and clear out all of the frontiers. It unfortunately looks like we might have gotten a little bit frozen over on his side. We'll catch up with him in just a minute.
Kind of unfortunate, but such is life with the streaming world. So hopefully it's just a temporary little hiccup here, and we'll be back in a moment. But Roach is going to be doing the... Yep, there we go. He is doing escape. And Roach is going to be opening up that gate. And we'll see what's a little bit damp tonight.
It's just another piece of heart. Now the question is, do you go left or do you go right? Well, it looks like we're going to head out to Agina's cave here a little bit early. Go ahead and pick up whatever's sitting over there. It's probably a pretty good play, especially if you're thinking there's a good chance that we're running an Agaseed here. You maybe want to take that extra second just to make sure you haven't left something in a Sphere 0 location.
Right. And just to make sure that you don't necessarily have... There's a Ether medallion up on the ledge, but yeah, you just kind of want to go out here and make sure that you absolutely have to go do Aga, like, because we're kind of still waiting for that final confirmation with that second sword upgrade. Ooh, nice rod showing up in the basement.
Yeah, you'll take that for sure. We don't know what our Dark World pendants are yet, but chances are Ice Rod is going to be required in the seed, but as it looks like Roach just picks up 3 bombs out of there, so not really what he's wanting, but one thing off the list.
Nope, Cave of Agony strikes again.
Alright, Zelda Cell over here on Demo's side here, as Roach kind of interestingly not going down to Mini Moldorm Cave first, instead going to go straight for the escape sequence here. Now, we know that gives him his Ice Rod, but kind of surprised to see the runners making this early escape play over something like South Shore.
Yeah, a little bit interesting not to see them go for that Mini Moldorm Cave, just to get that routing here. But I think maybe there's a little bit of a worry, just because of everything that we found so far. Perhaps on Roach's side, he might be thinking, okay, maybe there's a sword in here, and that will let me know that, yep, it is Agina from the get-go. There's 10 arrows.
Yeah, I'm wondering as well if this might be, hey, let me do the early stuff first. And then that way if I know I need to go into Eastern Palace, I'll have nothing else left.
Right. So just wanted to point this out as well, Days, is that we got to Dark Cross and Demo opened it up and it was 10 arrows. So that key is not in the Dark Cross chest. It's in one of the 3 chests behind that. So we are locked out of that until we get the first lift upgrade, the Power Glove.
Yeah, that's actually an important thing there. I think we saw the map in the first in the escape sequence here, so
right, it's going to be coming up here just a moment for Roach. It's in Zelda Cell.
Right, so that means we got 2 items locked there in the back of escape. Kind of interested to see. Those are easy to forget once you get Dark World access. Nice little setup there for Roach to get the kill on the ball and chain guard here. Gets his map and pulls out his mirror and back to the front.
Yep, and Roach is going to go... not Roach, but Demo, excuse me for that. I was thinking Roach because we were just talking about Roach, but Demo's going to do Mini Moldorm Cave and open this up, and we'll see what's inside here. With this hookshot, going to be super easy. Hookshot takes out the Mini Moldorms in 1 hit. So, nice and easy here.
Of course, if that Mini Moldorm wants to get stuck on the very top like that, then... Alright, now it's a little bit harder.
Yeah, now it's just being a pain in the butt. right, 5 items in here. What do we got? 20 rupees, piece of heart, this fire rod, piece of heart, and a full heart. So we're locked and loaded for Trinex already.
Pretty much, yeah. That's an early Trinex all ready and set to go, and now we just need mitts and maybe that ether medallion off of the off of the ledge there.
Yeah, Titan's mitts, hammer, and whatever medallion we need to get in.
Yeah, we're still a bit of a distance away here, but man, yeah, that is starting to suggest that you might want to be doing Turtle Rock today, there, boys.
It could be an early Turtle Rock too, so that's not fun. You want to save Turtle Rock for the end just because of its proximity to Ganon's Tower, but sometimes the seed's like, nope, you're gonna go do this early. Ice Cave.
Just a heart container. Yeah. Well, interestingly enough here, so Demo's got the 500 rupees. Now, Roach has 491. Looks like Demo is making his way down, and he's probably going to fake flipper around the area here, but without a Moon Pearl, he's only really going to be able to get the Hobo chest, the Hobo item. Oh, never mind. He's got flippers. What am I talking about? Never mind. Right. It's early. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Moon Pearl. Yeah, I'm watching a different seed apparently in my head. All right, so now that he has actually used his flippers, he's picked up the glove, and now things are getting interesting. Okay?
Yeah.
That opens up the entire mountain to both of our runners there.
It sure does. And with that fire rod, of course, we've also got the ability to go and do Tower of Hera completely. We don't have our fire sources. Well, we have both fire sources, I should say. But
we'll be getting at least one crystal probably before either runner starts thinking about going to Aga, no doubt.
Yeah, you might as well do what's presented there.
All right, so there's 50 rupees inside the waterfall fairy, so that's a great thing for Roach, because that means he's not going to be needing to worry about being 9 rupees short here.
And Hufflex is asking, isn't that Dark World access already? And then Jake Bob correctly mentioning as well, we need the hammer for that, so we're just a hammer short, but we could find that soon.
Yeah, we're going to need hammer or the second glove upgrade there. Either one of those is going to be good there.
Right.
That glove does open up. It does put Zora, further into logic with those flippers, but the bigger thing is it opens up the back of Escape, so I'm kind of expecting to see a save and quit here from Demo to the back of Escape.
Yep, and just a scam. But one of the things I've always loved about the design of these games, the Zelda games, is there's a lot of layout, especially with these 2D games, where just the item checks here are logical, and they don't feel like they're meant to be, and they're just so well designed into this game.
All right, we finally get through the door over here on Demo side. 2 of these are going to have items. That's not it. All right, got a piece of heart and 20 rupees, so nothing in the back of Escape. So either Saha or the mountain, and Roach is finding out that some of these bushes you can't actually hookshot through.
Yep. I feel like Sanctuary needs to call garbage men, because there's a lot of junk down there in the basement.
Just a little bit today, yeah, for sure. All right, Demo's going to make his way up the mountain here. We're going to rescue the old man, get a save point up here, and then it is, well, what exactly do you want to do first? Do you want to go to Paradox Cave, maybe get a new sword? Do you want to go directly to Tower of Hera? I mean, you've got options for which way you want to go with this there, and there's not necessarily a bad one.
Right. Unfortunately, we can only do them one at a time right now because we don't have that hammer to get across the bridge. So it'll be interesting here. We can do one and then do the other, but we can't do them back to back without a save and quit or something similar.
Oh, and the timing on this freeze here. So the old man at this point has given Demo something, and we'll figure out what it was here a little bit later. I think Roach will be kind enough to show us exactly what it is that we're missing over here on Demo's side in just a second.
Yes, indeed.
All right, well, maybe not quite yet, as that Deadrock has put himself in the worst possible spot for Roach.
No, Deadrock's doing what they're doing best. And we are indeed seeing, we did see Demo go up and do get the Spectacle Rock item on top of it, which is just a piece of heart, and we are going to see the play into Tower of Hera here. I think I kind of like this quite a bit. Get your first crystal, get a dungeon clear. There's the key.
The only argument against it is that there might be a sword sitting there in Paradox Cave, make your Moldorm fight considerably easier.
Right.
But like I said, not a real big difference here, as we're going to go and Herapod our way up to the top anyway, so we're not going to be here that long.
And just a big 20 hanging out inside the Spectacle Rock, so just a bunch of junk here. And for those wondering about the Herapod, basically what I think Demo is going to cut losses. We got a little bit of a pause here on Roach's side just to check the map. We did see that the 5-6 crystal, the other one's at Misery Mire. We've got Pendant Turtle Rock, and we've got Green Pendant Ice Palace.
Yeah, that Pendant Turtle Rock there, when you've already got most of the items there, it would you would kind of think maybe that's not the way it was, but I mean, you get an early ice rod there, sometimes that's just going to be what it is. Now Demo's gonna have to be a little bit careful here. He's only got a single heart here. I don't know if I'd be doing the bomb jump.
He'll get some refills up top here on the next floor. There's like a whole bunch of pots right before you get to
Oh, I know, but it was just I just
yeah,
dangerous place to go down to one heart at. You don't want to necessarily lose the minute of having to reclimb the tower.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there, Days. It's a little bit of a risk, especially with these the beetles here. You just don't really want to deal with them. They are pain in the butt.
Well, anyway, we're going up here. Gonna deal with Moldorm for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I gotta do it the intended way,
which is the worst possible way that you could do it here. Demo doing a really good job so far, and promptly gets knocked off.
Yeah, he got checked into the boards there.
Yep.
So a little bit of time lost, but he'll be okay. Just a little bit frustrated, maybe.
See, that this is the problem of dealing with Moldorm with just the fighter sword. There is that last phase there. You can try to hold your sword out and keep yourself from getting knocked off. But if Moldorm catches you in just the wrong way, there's not a whole lot you can do about it, and you just kind of sit there and get angry. Down
Oh,
the center
no.
hole.
Both of them get knocked off. Roach gets checked into the boards, but Demo goes down into the penalty box. So that's going to be 2 floors and a climb back up.
All right, and just like that, I guess you could say Roach takes the lead. Just
ever so slightly, yes.
Yeah, I mean, for as much of a lead as this matters at 20 minutes into the game here with both runners in the exact same place.
And we could still, I mean, Roach could still fall again. Demo could still fall again. This is by no means guaranteed that one's going to come out ahead too much.
All right.
Hey.
Roach got through his there. I mean, yeah, you're right. This Moldorm fight can spiral out of control very quickly. Oof.
And they both got it, thankfully. Whew.
Man, I really thought Demo was about to take another fall there on that spin, but it looks like the hitbox decided, all right, fine.
So this is going to be pretty close, actually. One of the things to keep in mind with the freezes here for Demo is that his timer is a little bit behind, so it's going to be within a couple seconds, but they're pretty much even right now.
And into the basement for coffee breaks for both runners here, so
it's a good time to remind everybody to follow our runners here, both Roach and Demo.
all right, so we're waiting for these tiles to smack up against these blocks. Both of the runners went ahead and got the setup themselves here so that they won't take any damage from any of these.
Yeah, unfortunately at the moment the bot needs to be updated, but I can tell you that Roach's channel is twitch.tv/Roach788 as we get the troll arrow out of the basement chest there, so all that work for nothing. And Demos is twitch.tv/DDemolisher1.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get that updated here in just a minute. But more importantly now, let's make our way over to Mini Moldorm Cave, not Mini Moldorm, the other Moldorm Cave here, Paradox Cave, and pull out the 7 items that we got in here and maybe get going to someplace else.
All right, let's see what the value is tonight. Hey, there's the Titan's mitts and some bombs in the bottom chest. So far, absolutely worth.
And just like that, that's the Agaseed completely taken care of right there.
And upstairs, just a big 20. Ooh, there's our bow. Our big 20. Some bombs and the heart.
Let's see here. Now that we got that bow, we know that we can go do Eastern Palace if our runners are Oh my. That's interesting. I'm looking over our items right now. Now, usually when you see Turtle Rock as a pendant, that's just something you kind of go, oh, okay, no big deal, no harm, no foul. Ped is going to be dead, right? If we have a hammer, we have the possibility of a Ped seed right there.
I kind of was picking up what you were putting down there, Daze. I kind of was looking at that and I'm like, he's going to be talking about possibility of a Ped seed, and sure enough.
See, the thing is that there's not that many items that could actually be on it right now. You're looking at like boots, you're looking at flute, or possibly whatever the Meyer medallion is. But yeah, that's one of those where I kind of have to look at it there.
I think that's a definite consideration that if you're if you're running this seed right now, if you're either of these two runners, you gotta have that. Just it shouldn't be the thing that's at the front of your mind, but you should at least have that at the back of your mind as a play, like just to keep that in mind.
All right, and thank you there to our restreamer there, Carito there, getting the bot commands up there. So if you're wanting to give these runners a follow there, you can just click on the links there in chat.
Absolutely. Ooh, a magic powder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a magic powder. That's a nice thing.
Yep. Only thing is, magic bat's not really something I'd route in right now. There you go.
Yeah, that's a pretty terrible location for it at the moment because yeah, you have to burn your portal there in the dark world.
Yep.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I've seen Hammer there fairly recently. I want to say that was in the very first match of the tournament or something like that. The Hammer ended up getting stuck there. Something like that. That was a fun one to watch.
Gotta love the logic sometimes. Gotta love it. But as far as what items we still need for access to the dungeons that we need to complete to get to Ganon, we've got, let's see here, we've got to get access to, we've got to get access to Desert Palace somehow. So the book is optional at this point, but only if we need to go into Desert Palace to get the flute, which is what we need to get into Mire anyways. So if we find the flute outside of Desert Palace, or it's not book locked by any sort of placement, then that should not mean that we need the book too badly right now. We do need a medallion. Yeah, we do need a medallion to get into Misery Mire. Trying to think what else we might need here. Hammer, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much we.
Oh,
for the
and
runners. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and the second sword, because we need to be able to fight Ganon.
At some point, I feel like we're going to be finding that. I'm a little surprised at Roach here. I'm going south first here. I kind of more understand what Demo's doing right now. He's got the fire rod. He's got a sword. He's going to come up here and basically go after Mothula. Now, not the easiest fight in the world on Green Mail, but should be able to manage it in the Invitational League, you would hope.
Right. I don't blame Roach for not wanting to do this right now, though. He knows it's an option. He'll be up here soon, I'm sure. He's probably hoping that within Thieves Town or somewhere within the village of Outcast, before you go up there, you find something that makes this fight a little bit easier. Whether it's a sword upgrade, mail upgrade. At least we've got half magic. That's all I can say at this point for both runners, because if we didn't have half magic, this would be a very difficult fight. Certainly possible, but just a pain in the butt. Hey, there's Quake Medallion.
All right, so
C-shaped house. Yep.
So there's one less item that we could even think about being on PED today. So yeah, I mean, the thing with going into Thieves Town right now is you've got no hammer, and so if you're going to come in and get the first 4, great, fantastic. If you go deeper, you're taking a gamble there.
There's that sword upgrade we were looking for, first chest in Thieves Town. But yeah, you know, you have to know if that, you know, I guess if that key shows up before you get to the big chest, you know, you're just kind of hoping against hope that it's not an item that you need in there if you're going to go do the whole full, or at least as close to full clear as possible.
I mean, to be honest, it's a fairly common skip to do, to just go ahead and say, all right, I'm just going to skip the Thieves Town big chest, and it's probably not going to be anything, because it is probably not going to be anything. But man, it doesn't feel good.
Nope.
Or you're going to find the hammer in Thieves Town and then not have to worry about it at all and just look like a very smart individual. Well, then in that case, Roach is going to go back here and he'll have a much easier moth fight, as Demo is showing us on his side just how much fun a fighter sword moth can be. Because if he's hanging out on those spikes, you're not hitting him.
Yep. The spikes will nullify any damage that Mothula takes. So you want to make sure that when you're getting those shots, you're getting clean shots in. Also, they can do that. They can just block the shots all together.
The spikes in this arena are just awful.
Yep.
I want to say Demo's hit him at least 30 times right now. Finally take him down. There you go.
Yeah, having that fire rod's certainly going to help. And he's going to get a heart. And a crystal for his trouble.
Oh, 100% right. The spikes are the real boss fight in Mothula. If you ever play Randomizer and you run into Moth, you just kind of look at him and start laughing because he's just a piece of cake without his spikes. Right. Now, Demo, since he had gone ahead and done the back first here, I unfortunately didn't see if he had picked up both items yet, but he's picked up one here, so looks like we're going to go back into the front of Skullwoods now, looking for the second item here. This is pretty typical routing if you're going to do Moth first. You rush to the back there, see if you got both items. If you do, then you're done with the dungeon and you can move on with your day.
Always feels good to be able to clear out a dungeon as well.
Yeah, definitely here. It's like at some point though, you're gonna run into this great thing. And it looks like the small key in Thieves Town is gonna be locked in the big chest.
Yep.
As Demo finally finds the second item there in Pinball Room, gets his shield, so he'll have fire shield for blind when he comes down here.
Not too bad. But yeah, that's if you're Roach, that's what you wanted to see. You didn't want to see that key show up in any of those chests. As long as it's in that last chest, you are free and clear to leave the dungeon.
All right, time for the great old blind fight here. As everybody has said millions of times before, this is a scripted fight where you've got to go ahead and hit him 9 times with whatever weapon that actually deals some damage here.
Yep.
Roach doing a decent job so far, staying mostly on script there. That second phase, they were a little late, but no big deal. Took him down, all done.
And piece of heart and the crystal. Ooh, Demo making the check your graveyard ledge. If you can route this in, I like this play.
Yeah,
Just get this pain in the butt one out of the way.
Yeah, if something's here, it's a huge early find here. Survey says just 10 sticks today, but yeah.
Yeah, 10 pointy sticks.
Yeah, I know a lot of runners will try to make that play. We'll try to route that play in a little bit later, hoping that you have boots and you can go ahead and go for, Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb while you're on your way over there. But it's, if you're in the area, it's something to get out of the way. And if, like I said, if you hit it, it can be a game winner, that one. All right, both runners are going to be retracing each other's steps here as Roach is making his way into the back of Skullwoods, and Demo's picking up his Quake Medallion before undoubtedly heading into Thieves and probably clearing that one out. Feel like after these guys do both of this, they're probably going to be making their way down south here. You've got everything that you need for Swamp Palace at this point. You've got the 6 items hiding in Swamp Palace there. You kind of expect to find something good.
We're just kind of seeing both runners. You'll see this from time to time as well, especially if two runners do two dungeons that are really close to one another, when it's this open, you'll just see him kind of flip flop here, and that's exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing Roach go do what Demo did, and Demo vice versa is doing what Roach just did. So, not uncommon to see this. It's a good time for us as we're going through this, just to kind of look at what we've got and see if we can game out what might be next.
I mean, it's. I'm thinking Swamp Palace for sure. It's Swamp Palace, Pod there. Both of those are open. I feel like it's just let's route south, clear both of those two item-rich dungeons, and then if we've still got something else afterwards, then I guess we'll deal with that when the time comes. But
I think that makes sense. I think that's a wise decision.
all right, Roach should have a easier moth fight here. He's got Master Sword, so. Oof, yeah, considerably faster sword there. Faster fight there. Sorry, I think I said faster sword. Faster fight because of the better sword. There we go. That's something like I wanted to say, I think. Okay, quick save and quit here from Roach, and going to be starting off at Link's house here. And I imagine this is going to be the swamp play. Now, the one thing with the route that he's ended up taking here, this is going to isolate the Cave 45, Stumpy, and Dig Game checks here. Have to see if that comes back to bite him at all.
I'm hoping not, but we'll have to see.
Roach making a quick U-turn there when he realizes that, oh yeah, right, Hype Cave. I should probably go do that. Alright, do we actually have a Hype Cave today, or is it just going to be Cave of Unbearable Sadness there? Oh, Blue Mail.
That's helpful. Hype Cave or Trape Cave. 300 rupees, big 20, big 50. Hey, I'll consider that a success.
Yeah,
you get your Tempered Sword and a Blue Mail, and then a whole bunch of cash.
Oh, definitely. You a Tempered Sword right before going into the Swamp Palace? Yes, please. I mean, just dealing with what's his face there, Argus with Tempered Sword is so much better than dealing with him with Master Sword. You go from like a 1 cycle fight to something like you go from something like a 2 to 3 cycle fight to a 1 cycle fight with Tempered Sword. So yes. Alright. Demo looking like he's doing a pretty good job of staying on script here with Blind. And yep, sure enough, yeah, it gets him before he even crosses back into the light there. Really nice fight there from Demo. And Crystal, number 3 on his side as Roach is making his way into Swamp Palace. See here, sure enough, we've got Demo gonna come down here. He's gonna go ahead and check what's on the dig game. So we'll be able to see exactly what we got as far as everything else goes. Man, that's quite a number of digs here to see what we got for an item. Wow.
Ooh, and it's just a piece of heart. Not the worst thing you could find there, but you would kind of hope for a little bit more for all your effort.
Oh yeah, definitely. You saw exactly how much Demo decided to go ahead and treat that. He took one look at it and was just like, yeah, no thank you. Now, interestingly enough here, Demo is going to take the time. He's going to go ahead and do the full smith chain here. It takes a bit of time, but if he finds something on this could be something that Roach saves for a very, very long time after. Alright, just 20 rupees there out of the, what am I saying? Out of hammer pegs. Gonna drop our smithy back here and find out exactly what he's got as Roach is setting up for his diver down there. Looks like we're gonna go bomb strats. Didn't quite get the setup there.
Yeah, always very interesting to see the setups here. Bomb strat's a little bit different from what most people will run, especially when they have the cane, but he still makes it work.
Yeah, I kind of like using bomb setups just because it's consistent all the time there, and you always have bombs coming through, or you should always have bombs. As turns out, Magic Bat has just a piece of heart here, so Demo might be, if this turns out to be nothing, this is going to give Roach a bit of a sizable lead.
That it will. Just find some bombs up here. Let's see what else we got.
Oof. Yeah, one thing I've noticed with Diver Down being so much more common here, people tend to come to left side swamp just from the get-go instead of kind of doing the older strat of going to the back first. Thing is that does open you up to those possibilities where you get, only one item over there like that, and you might not have gone in otherwise. All right. Oof. Looks like the entire southwest Smith Chain, Cave 45, everything has just been completely dead over on Demo's side.
Yeah, still hoping for something nice on that purple chest. Or man, that's a decisive advantage to Roach right now. Of course, you're gonna mirror here because it's the book. That could be important. We don't know if it is.
That gets you into Turtle Rock.
That gets you into desert. It gets you in Desert Palace.
Yeah.
And it opens up this tab. So I wonder here if we'll see the play being check the Bombos tablet and then go do Desert Palace, because you got to do that anyways.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. You've got to save and quit right at the entrance here. But it looks like we're gonna go to Swamp Palace first. We're gonna go with the I guess the density play here, which I mean understandable.
I understand that as well. I personally probably would have done Desert Palace, but this makes sense too because this is 6 chests, 6 items, so you may as well check check here first and hope that you've got something. Of course, all of us have this eagle eye vision where you can see everything that's going on. We know everything. Runners don't know that, so it's easy to kind of armchair quarterback this.
Demo is continuing with his fairly aggressive play here of not checking. Didn't go to Hype Cave before he came into Swamp Palace, and that I mean, it's the biggest thing is going to be the Argus fight here.
Great.
And crystal number 4 for Roach right there.
Yeah. Now the big thing here for Demo would be if there's something on Ether Tablet. That's going to be and Roach takes a while to go get that purple chest taken care of. It's going to be a nice advantage for Demo.
Yeah, true. I mean, the other thing goes if Demo goes ahead and not Demo, but Roach walks his way up to Pod over here and happens to find the flute or something, then that book could just be completely worthless.
Absolutely.
Roach making sure to go ahead and check the pyramid first before heading over to Pod. Very few worse feelings in this game than to walk up to the pyramid at like the hour 30 mark looking for one item and realizing that it's just sitting there the entire time. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Swamp Palace had an absolute lot of nothing, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It was a big old pile of nothing. You know, after we're done cleaning out the basement of Sanctuary, we might want to send the junk collectors over to the Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I mean it's so far like we got a lot of early items here, but since then it's been a what am I trying to say? A seed of trying to figure out where the heck everything is.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I just wanted to point out as well, we're seeing Demo use the Canis Maria setup here. We've now seen both setups. So Roach going with the bombs and Demo using the cane here. Those are your two basic setups for Diver Down.
Oh yeah, we finally saw the back of Saha's closet. You know, nice casual 50-minute Saha check there. Got a blue potion out of the back, so that's a nice thing. And into Pod we go, over on Roach's side.
And again, this is probably kind of a density play here at this point when you're thinking about dungeons. A combination of actually density and eliminating the only dungeon that's not within that southwest corner of the map.
Yeah, I'll admit here, I this has really worked out well for Roach so far, just because he's gotten two of the more, I guess, item dense places taken care of here, and you don't really want to spend a lot of time doing overworld unless you really need to.
Mm-hmm.
So after this, though, he'll be able to find out that, you know, there's if he needs to do overworld checks, he'll know kind of where to go.
Yeah, he'll have narrowed it down a little bit, and you won't have to run all over the place.
I mean, he's already done Dark Death Mountain, so like there's not going to be the Hookshot Cave, the Super Bunny lure up there. Pretty much the only thing left on the mountain right now is that, what is it? Ether Tablet and Spike Cave. With Spike Cave not actually being in Logic at the moment. Ooh, boy. How do you like keys? Because we got a lot of keys up front here in Palace of Darkness. That was an interesting choice there from Roach in the pod routing there. Didn't walk away from... didn't come to the big key chest here first. Instead, dropped down to the Stalfos basement there. That's going to eat up a little bit more time there. Giving himself the extra mirror and a couple of screen transitions there as a penalty. And turns out he really needed that chest too. Because that was the big key in its vanilla location there.
So yeah, this will be looks like both players going into pod at the exact same time. So I think they're both kind of thinking the same thing here. They want to save those last two dungeons that are kind of overlapping for the last two, if they can. Nice hammer jump there from Roach. Nice and clean.
Yeah, definitely here. That's going to make the routing the back of this pretty easy. Well, there's the Bombos medallion. So that's medallions off the table now completely for anything on pedestal. So if you're looking for pedestal stuff there, we're looking for flute, maybe boots.
Boots and flute, and boots and flute, and boots and flute. It's like a dance song.
It's got a nice beat.
There you go, Roach. Trying to very quickly open that chest and just not getting the button pressed quite right. Happens to the best of us. Go down to the U-shaped room in the basement, and we got two chests down here. One's a key, which we need, and the other is the map. So I believe that means Helmosaur King has an item.
Yeah, I think we saw the compass there, didn't we?
Yep. Compass was in the Harmless in Hellway. Harmless Hellway, yeah.
All right, well, we'll make our way back. We'll go give Helma a couple of smacks on the head there to make him give up his crystal, and then it's, man, I guess for Roach, it's probably he's in a pretty good position right now because he can just go directly into desert from here. But for Roach, I guess it's time to probably go do that smith chain that he put off. So with him making his way down to Helmosaur here, take a quick moment here to give a big shout outs today to our tracker there, Yoinker's wife, clicking all the buttons there behind the scenes there, making sure that everybody can follow exactly what both of our runners have. Also, big shout outs today to the restreamer there, Carito. If you want, please do go ahead, give these runners a follow here. There's going to be lots more league races here. Also, make sure to give the Speed Gaming channels a follow as well here, if you're liking this sort of action here, because there's going to be a lot more of it. Again, my name's Dazed Cloud, and thank you for joining us today, and thank you as well to Neon Tiger here for being in the booth with me today.
Of course, always good to be working with you, Dazed. Glad to have you here as well. And hello, Helmosaur King.
Alright, we're going to smack him on the mask there 17 times, get him to finally take that thing off, and probably hit him with that tempered sword a couple of times there for good measure afterwards.
And nicely done. And just a piece of heart. That's a shame. Well, the quest continues.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to Turtle Rock, but I'm going to be really surprised if we don't end up in Turtle Rock within the next, say, 10 minutes. Probably Demo will get there first, but because Roach is still got to go ahead and he's going to have to go and get that book before he can do anything with it, but there is also the option of if you're feeling frisky there, chat pointing out a good option there. There's also Ice Palace open to you.
Yep.
Did get flippers early, did get Fire Rod pretty early as well. So I mean, if you kind of are of the idea of early items means early, is the seed telling you where to go there? That's a decent little indicator. But then again, did get Ice Rod early too. So I mean, good luck guessing which one it is you're supposed to be doing here.
Yep. Just a couple of checks here. We did see Demo already make all these checks, so there's nothing besides that book up here.
Demo, bud. Yep. There you go.
Hey.
Hey, you did it.
Good job, Demo. So is that moment of panic when you're when something doesn't quite go right the first time and you're just kind of like, okay, how do I do this? And then it just snowballs from there and you're just like, I just need to get out of here.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I did the thing. And then you're like, wait, I shouldn't have done the thing. Quick, redo the thing.
Control Z. Oh wait, it doesn't work.
No. What if I press both shoulder buttons at the same time? Nope, nothing.
Copy paste. Reset my console. No, don't.
Oh God.
All right, but yeah, Roach. Maybe doing the digging game here for that piece of heart. So we might be seeing Roach go ahead and just do the Smith chain and all that, since he hasn't done that yet. And Demo's going to go ahead and wrap up taking care of Helmasaur King and Pod.
Alright, yeah, it looks like that's pretty much it, because, I mean, Roach will, I don't, to be honest, they might be entering Desert Palace at roughly the same time here. Now, the big question, one of the other things we haven't done yet, your friend and mine, Catfish.
Oh boy. I will say this from a racing perspective. I've seen Catfish hold something, and I've seen people last check that. I've seen sometimes people will last check that, and it's cost people races. So,
so many times.
Yeah, you've definitely got to think. It's such a hard thing, especially when you get this early Zora check. If you haven't had Zora yet, and you've got all this stuff, you can route it in pretty easily. But when you've got Zora clear, when you've got Waterfall Cave clear, and you're just kind of exploring the world, it's really far away, and you don't want to have to go there and do it, and you're just like, okay, I'll get to it eventually, and it's very easy to forget that it exists, and you may even have access to it already.
Well, looks like Demo is going to make sure that he doesn't leave it, because if you're walking back through the pod maze, you're going to go, all right, I'm going to go check Catfish.
If something's on like Eastern Palace or something like that, if there's something in there, since we haven't really seen anyone go in and explore that yet, runners are going to feel bad.
That's true. I mean, because you're not going to have a better time to check it than right about then when you're standing right in front of Eastern Palace there, or Palace of Darkness, and all you needed to do was just mirror over. But yeah, that's going to be good and isolated right now. Hopefully for our runner's sake, there's nothing just sitting there, because Eastern Palace, again, that's just a Sphere 0 location. At least the first 3 chests are in there.
Yeah, we got that bow, so that the whole dungeon's been open for a while. So the whole dungeon's been clearable for a bit. Will be nice to see. It'll be nice for demo just to have this square of the map checked off. For those who are new, you may use a tracker map as you're learning the locations of this, and I always refer to wanting to make sure that you just don't have any indicators anywhere on the map that are just really far away. You want to kind of prioritize efficiency of routing and like doing stuff like this when you can. Like display actually for demo is really nice. You get the pyramid check, which was not on the table, but hadn't been checked yet. And now you get catfish here, and you've got these. Just you don't ever have to come back here again. It's just it's efficient, and it's very easy to get all of this taken care of, and just relaxes you a little bit. And it's a piece of heart. Yeah, it's junk, but you know,
peace of mind.
Yep.
Now, that's one thing with Roach coming this way. He's actually ended up isolating the Bombos tablet there. Now, we know that's nothing, but that's something that's going to be in the back of his mind as, God, that's one more thing that I haven't checked yet.
Great, but I guess if you're Roach, you're wagering that it hopefully isn't the thing. But Demo is going to come over here as well, and we're going to see Demo go into Desert Palace. So both runners were neck and neck, and we're pretty even on just about everything. It's a pretty close race.
Oh yeah.
But Demo's got to check Agina Cave. He hasn't done that yet.
Yeah, shame about his full bombs already. So because just 3 bombs back here, he'll be joining Roach in just a moment though.
Now there's also one thing we haven't talked about yet. Where's that big key? Where's that big key in this dungeon?
Yeah.
Is it on the torch? If it's on the torch, we got Boots Lock.
And then that's when we all got to start raising our eyebrows just a little bit more, because we'll see here. Well, you got a small key out of the first chest, got bombs out of the second chest, so we're going back to the Big Key's vanilla location.
There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe there could be an item on there that's Boots Locked, but we might see Roach just poke in here just to make sure.
All right, for absolute silliness, let's put the flute on the torch and put the boots on the bed.
That's evil.
It'd be funny. It's not gonna happen.
No, but it is an item, but it's big 50. Yep.
All right, so we're gonna complete this dungeon then. That'll be what, dungeon number 6 already.
And we know because there's 2 items in here. We found the big 50s on the torch, and we found those bombs. We know that it's just straight to the back. But we are actually going to see real quick. Roach is going to go down and grab that last medallion.
Oh god, this is such a terrible decision to have to make after this dungeon, though.
Yep.
So you've got pendant dungeons remaining.
Yep.
That's basically it.
We are, it's flute go mode at this point.
So,
has been for a while, but yeah, definitely.
I mean, if I'm being honest right here, if I'm the runner, I would be very okay with it turning out to be a ped seed right about now, because that means that the person I'm racing against would be doing the exact same thing as me.
Absolutely. That's kind of the hope right now, I guess. You're hoping that, that if it's ped, that means both runners are going through all 3 dungeons. You're not having to make a gamble and losing out by picking the wrong one, because you got 3 options that you can go to right now, and you guess right, it's great. If you guess wrong, it's gonna be crushing. I might be game over right there. We are gonna see, it looks like Fire Rod here for Roach. Always interested to see what each runner chooses to use, especially when you have a lot of items going up against Lamolas here, because there's a lot of different ways you can damage them. Fire Rod, obviously one of them. I always like to see the Ice Rod swag a little bit. That's kind of never gets enough love.
So hard to use sometimes. Roach goes ahead and picks up crystal number 6, and it's a spin the wheel of fortune time for him. It sounds like.
Yep, 6 crystals, 1 item. Flutes go mode. Where's it at? Yeah, it could also be boots into some chains. So we could have if we find boots, then we know we got Bonk Rocks, King's Tomb, a couple more locations open here. And I think we're gonna see him check Ether first. It's not a bad play. Not a bad play.
Yeah, I mean, if you're on your way to Turtle Rock, I could see doing this first. Definitely, I think it'd be a bit crazy to go ahead and check Spike Cave at the moment here. He's got a bottle with blue goo in it. So, and I think he might have enough hearts regardless.
13's pretty good. I would agree with that because we don't have Burna, we don't have Magic Cape, we don't have Boots, so you're gonna have to be using that hook shot in your hearts to try and get to the end before you run out.
Right, and you'd be basically betting on being a step ahead of the logic there, and I don't think that would be wise at this point. I think we're going directly to Turtle Rock here, which is, I mean, to be fair, this is the play I would make with that Ether medallion just sitting there behind the book, which was behind everything else for Roach. I mean, for Roach, it's a straight line.
Yeah, and Demo just decided to go to Mountain Cave, so I think Demo's thinking the same thing. Check Ether Tablet, and then we're going to go up and do Turtle Rock. So for Roach, this is good news. Demo's going to be following him into TR.
And the other thing that we need to kind of maybe point out here is that Demo had earlier in the game here had a little bit of a freeze there, so his timer is actually about what it looks to be about 16 seconds behind Roach. These two runners are probably almost on the same screen together.
Yeah, they're going to be really close in here. Let's just do a very quick. Actually, Roach will be in the lead here.
Not by much.
No, it's not going to be very much at all. Maybe a minute at most. But Roach going to go in here. We get the screen transition into Turtle Rock at 109.30. So we'll see here. When does Demo come in here? It might be about. It's going to be about maybe 50 to 60 seconds because there's going to be a little bit of time here getting everything walking across and getting everything all set up. But yeah, very close game. Absolutely still within the realm of possibility that Demo can do this. Execution is going to be a big part of it. Maybe a guess here and there. But Roach finding the butter sword, so we're good to go on swords now. We got the biggest and best.
Ooh, that's a bad fall to take there, unfortunately. Yeah,
time loss there.
Now that, to be honest, like here, we'll see if we can maybe. It's so hard to tell with this about 15-second difference between the two right now, but yeah, that little fall there in that room, it sucks up so much time because moving on the Samaria platforms is slow.
Yeah, it's a 1:10.28 for Demo, so he's approximately a minute behind. About 58 seconds, but a little bit less than that. Obviously, Roach having that fall will help a little bit. I don't think, have we seen? Yeah, we've seen Roach do. Roach has done hookshot cave because he got the magic powder. That wasn't so. Yeah, both runners have completed the clear of hookshot cave because that had the magic powder, and they've both done magic bat.
Yeah, the only thing on the mountain that hasn't been checked by both runners is Spike Cave. So
yeah, we'll see here. We'll see if we find something that puts it within logic, or I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, finding the key there. Of course, that was the only thing it could be, but that was nice work by Roach to time that. Gets the push block and then almost immediately gets the crystal flip.
All right, we'll be moving up here in just a second. It looks like we've got Demo there getting the big key out of the right side there. Ooh, Roach, unfortunately, taking a bit of a shot there from those anti-fairies.
Yeah, just trying to get the powder in on them.
Hey, CDI King. All right.
Oh, absolutely. And I think we're getting a quick pause here on Roach's side because I believe Kirito is doing the kind of thing of syncing our runners here, so we won't have to. Yep, we'll be able to play a little bit more of a close guessing game. So yes, thank you so much, Kirito, for doing that. I was trying to think which link that was that Roach was playing, and indeed that is CDI link. Aboard.
Yeah, we got a CDI link over there on Roach's side. On Demo's side, we've got Plague Knight there. Yep. Again, big shout outs to our to all of the sprite artists there who have just made some of the best looking sprites available. Yeah. They're just one of my favorite things about this game.
Yeah, and I don't even remember how many we have anymore. It's a lot.
Oh God, I want to say like 250 or something, but I might even be low on that.
I was gonna say last time someone asked me that, I knew it was close to 200, and I know they've been adding them again and again with every update. There's the flute. It's a mimic cave. Roach isn't go. Demo won't be too behind.
Yeah, Demo's maybe like 15 seconds behind this right now. Okay, every second counts now from this point on for both runners here. So Roach smartly taking advantage of the quick swap function available now to use in race games there. Immediately out of sync, quick swapping to his mirror there, so he just appears right at the entrance to Sanctuary there. As we get a quick save and quit there from Demo.
He's hammering that A button. You can see that input on the in Demo for getting here. Gonna lose a couple frames, but there we go. It's about 40 seconds as Roach frees the duck, the purest creature in the land. And for those wondering why I refer to it as that, it's because if you've ever noticed in the Dark World when Link calls the duck, it doesn't transform into anything else. It is still the duck. So its inner creature, its inner being is literally just a duck.
Now, one of the things here, neither runner, one of the, I'd say recently discovered-ish tricks here is that if you walk up to free the duck with your Sard Charge there, that will cancel the cooldown that both of the runners have been dealing with here to kind of do this. I don't know what Demo is looking for right now. Is he just hoping for silvers on Sick Kid?
Yeah, take the gamble.
All right, we're going
one of those things. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying we're going through Mire 2 right now.
Yeah, if it's like boots or something like that, boots or silvers or something that will make make everything else easier, then yeah, you're just I guess you're just you're just hoping for it. He's gonna check. Yeah, he's gotta be looking for some specific item.
I mean, okay, I understand maybe looking for stuff right now, but like it's a 1 in 22 chance that boots are required at this point. Like, and I know Demo can do a silverless cannon without any problem here.
Right. It might just be a situation where he's checking some of these more accessible locations, just hoping for. He might be hoping for boots, not for the 1 in 22 chance, but for the speed.
Yeah, no, it's true. As we're gonna ourselves a Godmire here over on Roach's side, so he's gonna go straight back to Vidi here.
Right, because I think here's what Demo's thinking, he would have been kind of been right on this so far if the boots had been in any of those locations. Roach is going to go mode probably. He knows that if Roach finds something like that, he's going to go straight to Meyer and complete that out because you kind of can start putting 2 and 2 together and just think that your opponent's probably, you always want to play like your opponent's probably pretty close to you anyways, but with that you're probably thinking, okay, if I sacrifice 5 or 10 seconds here and I get the boots, I'm gonna make up way more time in 5 or 10 seconds. It's a little bit of a logic play there if you can find the boots and there's somewhere where you think your opponent hasn't checked yet.
I mean that's fair. That's fair. It's one of those things though. Yeah, like how ahead or behind do you feel right now?
Right.
To me, checking those chests makes me think Demo might feel like he's got a bit of a lead. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that could be the case too. If you think you've got a cushion, you can check those extra things again for boots, silver, something useful like that, and maybe you'll spend the time to do it. Of course, Demo doesn't really know that he's a little bit behind at this point. Can still make it up. It's definitely not over yet.
Ooh. All right, Roach gonna go ahead and pump up 8 arrows here into Viddy there, takes him down. That's gonna be crystal number 7. So Neon Tiger there, we play a little game right about now, don't we?
Absolutely. So we've been talking about it a little bit, but in Ganon's Tower, there are 22 locations where the key can be, including chests and a torch and stuff like that. Go ahead and throw your guess in the chat right now, between 1 and 22, and yeah, whoever gets closest, you get some points, get on the leaderboard. Remember, only your last guess counts, and we're gonna shut it down here as Roach gets into GT here, and I have decided to pull the old gambling number out, pull one of my old lucky numbers out, go with 21. It's gonna be pretty. I think it's gonna be pretty deep within there. How about you, Dazed?
I just threw in an 8 because I was looking through the numbers that everybody else picked, and nobody had picked 8 yet.
Yep. I was gonna say Yunker's wife going with the usual play that we see a lot of people do. 15 is a very common number for some reason. It doesn't seem to matter the layout, but 15 always seems. So for those who are like looking for a good thing, if you don't know what number, 15 is always kind of really good to guess for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. I literally don't know why, but there's someone who's guessed, like, I can't remember who it is, but he guesses 15 every time, and like every time we do this, and like half the time it's 15 for whatever reason, just the way the key is sorted out.
Well, we are gonna find out in just a second, as it looks like Demo is gonna make his way over to what's it called here? Great, checkerboard cave. There, it's coming.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, none of those gambles there working out for him, as Roach is about to go into GT. So if you want to get your guesses, any late guesses in, you got about 3 seconds to do it.
Yep, it's gonna be probably just over. I think it's probably gonna be just over a minute between these two. Obviously, it was about 40 seconds going into Misery Mire, but we did see some additional checks, and it's gonna take some additional time off the board for Demo.
All right, so we got 19 points to our winner here. Starting off in Hope Room and heading to the left there. First 2 chests there got him a small key and a heart refill.
Big breath here. Nope. It's not number 3. We continue on. Boots not required. And now we're definitely in go mode. So we head on up to our friendly Dark Magician room, where we're going to pick up 4. No, it's key 5. It's a heart. Number 6, top right corner. Trying to freeze these Stalfos, the red Stalfos, because you got to kill them to open the door. 7 is the answer.
All right. Key. Oh, wait. Let me do that in just a second there. Key 7. That is going to be our winner was Otaku Tom there with the winner of the Big Key guessing game. 19 points there. If you want to see the leaderboard, go ahead and use that command there in chat. You can find out exactly where you stand on the thing here.
Congratulations, Tom. Nice job. First correct guess, middle of season 1. That is very, very nice. Very nice, Tom. And glad that you got that correct guess tonight. Get the break.
Yeah, thank you for watching since season 1.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. Thanks for being a longtime viewer, Tom, and everyone else who's been here. I see a lot of familiar names out in that chat. Teammates and people I've commed with and just longtime viewers. So thank you all for being here. It's great to have you here. As Roach is making the walk across to the cannonball room.
And Demo is making his way over to the right side. So that's going to be a little bit more time spent there.
No, if you're cheering for Roach and the Immortals, looking pretty darn good right now. He's up into the gauntlet, and Demo's still looking for that key.
Now, there's still plenty of time for things to happen here.
Absolutely.
It is not over until that pig goes down here. A Silverless Ganon is still a Silverless Ganon fight. Go see what we got here. Demo's going to pick up a mushroom. Oh, in the silver!
Okay. This may be getting interesting.
Oh.
Now, he's gonna go left, and he's gonna find that big key really early. But those silvers, it's all gonna depend on what the time is when they get out of the dungeon at this point. But yeah, that's a huge time save.
Roach is still significantly in the lead, but that silvers are gonna tighten it up considerably. This is a very good Landmo 2 fight on Roach's side.
Yeah, Roach. Roach is definitely still advantage Roach right now, but it's got to be execution. It's got to be flawless execution. If there's a fall at this point for Roach at any point, it's pretty much done, unless Demo gets an even bigger fall. Going through the most satisfying room in the game, part 1, across the bridge here. To most satisfying room in the game, part 2, taking care of all these Wizrobes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it right now. I mean, there's at least about I'd say, I mean, it's close. It's at least a minute and a half difference between the two runners right now, maybe even more.
I was thinking it was a little closer to 2 right now, but still, Silver's on that last phase of the Ganon fight. It just goes so quickly. Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen in that Silverless fight there that could really make things uncomfortable for Roach.
There's the door closing sound just to make sure that we don't despawn all the sprites, because that would be about the worst thing you could do right now. So Roach playing it safe. He's got enough keys, can just ignore the Helmosaurs.
Now, does he open up any of these chests up here? That's something that might be interesting there.
Just missed on that placement there. That's actually quite common. If you get the sprite, he's gonna powder. And you might actually open this up, just the map. So unfortunately not. But yeah, if you throw the bomb just wrong in that room with the conveyor belts, you can actually get the bomb stuck and it won't go down the conveyor belt. Oh, gotta be careful. Oh,
okay, that's an opening right there.
Not a huge time loss, but still, at this point, if you're Roach, you just don't want any time losses whatsoever. As Demo is now in the gauntlet, heading toward that Lamola's 2 fight with those silvers. This will go over pretty quick.
Ooh, that was close.
All right, he's got the Moldorm 2. Ooh, actually, yeah.
Okay, good
Demo
recovery.
Yep.
Good recovery.
Yeah, Demo having a little bit slower of a Lamola's fight, so.
All right, about like 2 I don't know. It's I think Demo has maybe made up a little bit of time here. Hard
Yeah.
to say exactly.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of time, but that Lamola's fight was not as efficient. Went with the
Mhm.
Aprils and was a little slower. But all right, here we go. Roach into Ag at 126.55. Let's see where Demo comes in this room at.
Oh,
Oh,
nice triple.
Oh, and Demo having a little bit of a fall there in the collapsing bridge room. I think that was, I don't know if that was registered as a single or a double. We'll see. That was a double. Yep, 3-2 blast off. There's our pure-hearted friend. All right. Pure Roach, it's go time. Execution, execution, execution. That's all it's going to come down to. Demo is still in GT.
I'd say Demo's
yeah.
at least a minute or so behind. Okay, so into the Ganon fight at, we'll say 127.50 here to get an idea of exactly what sort of the time difference we got here.
Yeah, this is going to be about 2 minutes right now between Demo and Roach. So I think Demo is really going to need. He's going to need a slow phase 4 or a fall. I think to really catch up to Roach. Roach's to lose.
Yeah, no, it is Roach's to lose for sure here. But I mean, he's only got 4 hearts there left, and he's going to go ahead and burn his blue pot. Looks like maybe.
No, he's just holding on to it just in case he needs it. Because he could take a hit. Oh, no, he's going to burn it, but.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to take a Ganon Hug here. Ganon Hug there would have killed him. Well, would have? Maybe have? Oh my god.
I think it would have knocked him down. It might have knocked him down to half a heart, but yeah, you don't wanna risk it, I guess. That makes sense.
These Ganon dodges, oh my god, they're just all over. It looks like Demo is having a pretty so far. Nope. Okay, only a 1 on that one here. So if he gets the 2 here, he should be okay though. Okay, equal Aga 2 fights.
Yeah, it's gonna be about 1:45. Did you find arrows in the tower?
No,
Roach did not. Okay.
Alright, he's playing it safe here. He's being smart here. Not going for triples. Don't think he got that one though.
I don't know. Might not have, yeah. Got that one. I might have missed that one too. It's getting pretty close.
Alright. Demo on the other side is dealing with the just ridiculous amount of Ganon warps.
Yeah. Alright, come on, Roach. You can do this. There you go, bud.
And there it goes.
Yeah. And Demo's not going to be too far behind. So yeah, we're going to see what the silvers do in this this phase 4. See how quick this is, but there we go.
Assuming you can cross this bridge, get your GGs into chats for Roach788 taking first place in this match with a race time of 1:30.32.
Absolutely. GG's in chat, everybody. That was some good racing there, guys. Yeah, we'll see if we can probably get him in here in just a little bit. They've gotten a chance to come down as Demo is still going.
Got one more silver arrow needs to get into Ganon here, and then he'll be done himself here. So this should do it right there. There's silver arrow number 4, and down goes Ganon on his side.
And of course, GG's in chat as well for Demo. Just needs to walk across the bridge, but we're about to see that. Yeah, this was a lot closer as demo finishes with an official race time of 1:31:31. 59 seconds between these two. Whew.
Yeah, that got tight there at the end, eh?
Like we said, Roach had quite a bit of a fight, but those silvers chopped that lead in half. So that could have been the situation. Yeah, where if demo was a little closer, maybe hadn't made those extra checks. It's just a situation where could have been dead even coming out of GT.
Yeah, no, that was a heck of a thing there. Hopefully, we'll be able to get these guys in here for a chat here in just a minute. Have to see. Discord been having a little hiccups with sending invites out here. We might have to go find them and pull them in manually here. But yeah, no, great race from pretty much from start to finish there.
Absolutely. Again, this is an invitational, so the invitational side of things. So, all these runners, all these teams got invites because they are good at what they do. So, not really surprising to see such a close race between two teams. But for Immortals, this is good. This is good for them. They got their first win. That's 3 points. They're on the board, and this is kind of what if you are if you had a rough week 1, it's a good start to week 2.
Yeah, totally. I mean, for the Immortals, they're coming in with not having any points up on the board quite yet. Go ahead and getting your points, getting your first points of the season there, especially in the Invitational League with the caliber of competition against you there. You're gonna feel pretty good about yourself right about now.
Yeah, absolutely. With how good this league is, you need to take every win you can get. Like, take everything, no matter what it feels like, even if you win by luck instead of skill sometimes, which it happens with Rando because that's what Rando is. But yeah, you got to take what you can get, and good race to Cass, and means it was a tough race to run, but they both did it.
And a B on the bottle was on Ped after all here, so we're working on behind the scenes here really fast to go ahead and get try to get these guys into the chat room here and be able to maybe get their thoughts on what they just went through there. I mean, basically 90 minutes from start to finish for both of these guys, so it's pretty good for them. But yeah, so I maybe we're not going to be able to have an interview today. I don't know here. But looks like, yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think we're just checking on both runners to see if it is possible. But in the meanwhile, why don't I go ahead and very quickly check here while we're setting all this up, because lots of people are probably wondering when I like this. When can I see more? Oh, yep.
Okay, looks like we are going to be getting should be getting our runners should be coming in just a minute for an interview. Hopefully, if we can here, they should be getting the invites in real fast.
Excellent to hear. But yeah, we've got don't have all the races set up for tomorrow yet, but there are quite a few on Halloween, so we got quite a few treats. Hopefully, I'm hoping no tricks with some of these races, but a lot of good matches tomorrow. And let's see here. We do have.
Okay, well
Yep.
we sorry to jump in front of you there, bud, but got a Demolisher demo here in chat with us there. GG's there, bud. Demo, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey,
there you
are.
Stupid Discord changing microphone outputs.
It happens.
Does that to me all the time.
Yeah, GG. That was an awfully close race between you two. How you feeling after that one?
Moldorm sucks. That's mainly what cost me the time and catfish. I don't know if Roach did catfish or not.
No, Roach. I think Roach skipped a couple of checks that you did. With those additional checks, was there anything that you were looking for as far as specific items? Were you just looking for something like the silvers, or maybe like boots that would have helped you out with completing the seed a little quicker?
For the Hera basement, it was still too early to skip an item there. Especially after that Moldorm destroyed me. And then I went to Catfish. I decided not to do Eastern after Pod. I thought about it, and then I ended up going to Catfish, which also wasted me time, because that was nothing too. Probably should have skipped that as well. I'm glad I skipped Left Side Swamp, though. That's probably like one of the best things that I did this seed.
No, you guys routed it. You know, there were a couple of different things. Like he ended up doing left side, but you ended up checking a few of those later checks and such like that. Like there when you hit go mode, you went to like checkerboard cave and such there. But you know, all in all, though, I mean, you guys put up one heck of a show there. I did kind of was one thing there when you got the early game there when you guys got the sword and the lamp. Both of you guys ended up going back into Hyrule Castle there early. Was there any reason there? Were you thinking about it being possibly an Aga seed? Was there any hesitation going back into that area?
Well, I only went into there once when I got the sword, because I don't like going to Uncle first. At the beginning of the seed, saves the save and quit. I didn't think it was going to be an Aga seed because we didn't. Did we have gloves then? I don't think we did. We only had Moon Pearl.
No. When did you guys get gloves? You guys got gloves fairly.
Mini Moldorm? I think one was Mini Moldorm.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was wanting to get money, which is why I went to Escape.
Okay. With the flippers, that makes sense.
I usually like to do that even if I don't have the flippers. Just try and get money, route down to Zora, and then get all of that stuff out of the way in one trip so I don't have to come back. Because I like to be efficient in my routing. I don't really like to make a lot of gambles. Although this seed would have been really good to make a lot of gambles.
I mean, yeah, this seed was kind of linear, you know? After a point there, it's just like you didn't have really... Like, the difference between you and Roach is that Roach went down to Thieves Town first and then up to Skull Woods, where you went to Skull Woods and then Thieves Town and around, right? So you ended up getting Book well before he did. But then you didn't go immediately into Desert either, though. You did what he did and went into Swamp Pet Palace and Pod, and you guys basically did the exact same thing from about that point on. I want to say you're probably within about 2 minutes of each other, you know, at the most there for like the last like 45 minutes of the seed.
Yeah, it became pretty linear once when well, I guess not really linear, because once when you got the book, you could go to Desert, you could go to Ice, you could go to Eastern. Like, all those options were open, and I decided to follow the book. because I've seen Flute in Eastern before, or not Eastern, Flute in Desert before, so like it's possible. Desert's a crystal, might as well clear that out. It sucks that it's slow. Maybe you can't even complete it, but then you know that you'll get boots somewhere.
Yeah. Were you thinking about that ether medallion on your way over to desert?
I was like, oh, cool. I got all the medallions because I never checked Turtle Rock.
Right, Roach was the one who had saw the ether medallion earlier. That's probably why he was over there.
Yeah, I just went into desert, saw the ether. I'm like, all right, I'll just pick this up because I'm most likely going to Turtle Rock next. I didn't check Turtle Rock the first time I went up there because I'm like, screw you, I don't want to be up here. I don't want to have to come back, so I don't care what your medallion is. Obviously, it was the correct play, but it didn't matter in that case.
Well, yeah, it turned out by the time you ended up back up there, it didn't matter. You had all 3 medallions, and that was that. So,
yeah, there's a good argument of going to Ice and Eastern instead of Turtle Rock. What mainly drove me up to Turtle Rock was the fact that I was following the book, not knowing the medallion for Turtle Rock, just that Ether Tablet could be a thing, and hoping that my opponent either A, skip Purple Chest early, or B, skip Thieves Town early for fear of Hammer.
yeah, I mean, that was the thing when you guys were going into. Roach went in there first, and we were kind of mentioning that, like, oh, it's a bit of a risk going in without Hammer because you might be. Oh, never mind, there it is. Okay, well, he's gonna finish this now.
It's why I like checking more, which is why I go to Skullwoods, because like Hammer could be up there, and I don't skip out in Thieves Town. But it's also riskier because there's a sword in Thieves Town,
right?
To help Moth be easier. And that Moth, I hate that Moth.
That Moth was a jerk.
I hate that Moth.
He was a flat jerk there. He gave you no space and decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna when I'm not crowding you, I'm gonna be on the spikes so nothing hits me.
I'm super glad I finished it and without dying. That was scary.
Yeah, I think you got down to 1-2 hearts there at the end there, but you got him with that last spin, so
No safeties either.
oof, yeah, no, Green Male Moth, I don't care how many hearts you give me, it can go bad.
Glad it didn't. Half magic is a godsend.
Definitely. So what's the rest of the week looking like for your team there? It looks like Roach isn't going to be able to join us today, though, but
supposedly Salty Fry and Julio Ninja are racing on Sunday, I believe. So that'll be the next race. I don't know what time.
Ooh, that sounds like a good match here. I can probably get you that information here real quick, or it's not on the it's not on the list yet. There,
as I say, they might not have scheduled it yet.
Well, yeah, we got a lot of good matchups coming up ahead here. So you guys got your first win of the season, or no, sorry, there got it mixed up, and
we're 1-2.
My apologies there. But so you got some guy who wants to. Certain people want to calm their being lazy. Fair enough. But you guys will get your second match there. Good luck out there on game 2 of week 2 there. And anything else you want to say here before we wrap her up for the night?
I'm just wondering, like, where the boots could have been.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Roach was the saying, like, what if they were the first chest of Eastern Palace that no one went to?
I'm kind of wondering if that might have been the case at this point. Eastern or Ice, because I think maybe Pyramid Fairy. I'm trying to think. I think we saw everything else, or GT. I mean, there's so many places. You guys finished that seed so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it's got to be somewhere. Obviously, it can't be anywhere. It's boots locked, but it's got to be somewhere hanging out that could be an Eastern Palace. Nobody went there, so
could be Rested Turtle Rock.
That could be the case too.
Maybe should have gone one more chest in.
I was thinking about going one more chest, and like after I saved and quiz, I should have checked the big chest.
Well, it worked out the way it did there. So I mean, it was probably a good thing that you guys didn't see the big key on the torch.
I was spooked.
Well, I guess we'll say GG's to you there, their demo. See you back here in one of these next upcoming weeks. Going on for the rest of the night here, this is going to be the last race of the night here in the Invitational League. Got a whole slate of races there tomorrow. Starting at 10 a.m. we're going to have the spoilers versus major mistakes there. And then from that point on, we got basically races all throughout the day. We got races at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 8 o'clock here. Not an idea of exactly how many of those are being restreamed. I'm going to assume most of them. But hopefully we'll be able to get a lot of those out there for people, and you can spend your day watching Rando. So should be a good time there for everybody there.
Absolutely.
With that, anything else you want to say there, bud?
Not really. It was good working with you, Days. Just make sure, of course, to follow all the Speed Gaming channels. So Speed Gaming, then Speed Gaming 2 through 6, as well as all the ALTTP League channels, which is ALTTP League, and I think 2, 3, and 4, I believe, are the channels that we've got. It's the best way to make sure that you've got all your rando at your fingertips whenever it's streamed.
Yeah, definitely. I guess with that, then we'll just go ahead and excuse me, sorry. We'll go ahead and sign off for the night. And thank you for joining us here on Speed Gaming, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.
Absolutely. Remember, someone out there loves you, and we love you too. Take care. We'll see you later, guys.